Today is a very important day. Today is not, to me, it not only says that Bellevue has reopened its doors. I saw Bellevue as going on a temporary vacation, but Bellevue is back. And it's all possible, and the hard work I see Mr. Herman, Mr. Mark Remy on an afternoon, and sometimes just getting things organized. But our relationship with Bellevue has been at Region 6 ongoing. And as I look at this banner, Region 6 Farmer Feels Full. This is work that had been done prior to Bellevue closing. So it's nothing new working with Bellevue and our hardworking farmers I see in the crowd today. Let us give the minister a hand of applause, because she has done it again. The help is now moving. It comes from Fosse-Jacques and now it's at Bellevue, right? She did it with the dashing farmers. Now she's doing it with the vegetable farmers. And most of the persons that I see there, if not all of the persons I see there, are hardworking farmers that we go out to the length of breadth of Soufriere, and it extends to Myers Bridge. This venture is very timely. This money, I guess, would be put into good use. It would be an injection. We all suffer from the high price of inputs, and I know that the farmers will put it into good use. It has come in a very timely manner, and it helps. Ms. Hippolyte is helping with the mandate of the Ministry of Agriculture, right, which is to help in food security. And if she increases the productivity by giving this injection of cash, it says a lot. And I think that we shouldn't take it for granted. She could have used these funds to do a number of things, but I guess farming is dear to her, right? So on behalf of the ministry, on behalf of my colleagues, the ministry and stuff, I would like to say thank you and hope that you farmers put this money into good use. And we are going to see, I can say rest assured that Region 6 will be working very closely with you all to see that this money is put into good use, and we will recognize the production. That will be the mark which Ms. Hippolyte will use to see that, yes, this money was well used and well spent. So all the best, and yeah, continue the good work that is already been done. Thank you.
This project is very significant in that it is about vegetable farmers. Why vegetable? Because it is all about dealing with the whole issue of food security. And that is why we have in our midst Mr. Prosper. So you're not being given a check to go to Massey. You're being given a check to improve your production. And you'll be working with Region 6 closely and Bellevue. Because right now we are in serious discussion, almost complete, with the St. Lucia Marketing Board, who has now been reorganized. They have in excess of $1+ million to purchase and support farmer and farming activities. And they're looking at incorporating their activities with Bellevue. That is why this boost is so important. There's a program to look at rehabilitating of greenhouses. And we have a number of greenhouses within the Region 6 that are in dire need of repair, plastic and other related forms of support. What we have done as a cooperative is not allow you individually to approach the ministry or extension, but we have applied directly through the PS based upon what the minister said to us. He says, look, apply to the PS regarding what you're looking for your cooperative. And we've done so, and we made a copy available to both ministers. And we will follow up. And we have also said to them, if approved, we have technicians within the Bellevue family that are greenhouse technicians. So we would like to be given the contract to do that work, to re-roof or whatever it needs to be done on and with those greenhouses. And in so doing, it means that Bellevue will be able to make a small profit, and we can use that profit for the continued improvement that we need to do at the cooperative. We've also, under the farm labor support, applied directly through Region 6, and we've put in an application for 2 workers. Because as you notice that we have 2 people here, and it's to produce the seedlings and to keep the place open. But it's a short window, a couple months. So we have applied to the government and asked that we would like these 2 individuals to be part of the farm labor support system that the government is putting in place. And we articulated that with the minister. We articulated that to him directly at Grace a few Thursdays ago. And he said to us, I need you to organize formally. And what I can do, if you were already organized, I would give you your quota of farm labor. If it is 20, I give you 20, and you manage it. So, though late, but we are still going to be doing this. And what I want you to do, we'll be placing we have a farmer's chat where we place information. Starting from today, I would like those of you who would require farm labor support to indicate so. And what will we do? We'll apply through Region 6 to Head of Extension for this support. So if we have 10 farmers, for example, that require that support, we will apply on your behalf. So instead of you going to Mr. Prosper, so many of you, we will take that task of doing it on your behalf. And that way, we make the thing a lot easier, because Mr. Prosper doesn't have to deal with each individual, but he deals with a group. And when it gets to the Ministry of Agriculture, they too don't have to be calling this one and this one there. They deal with a group. And as they deal with us as a group, we will take responsibility for providing the data that is responsible, that's needed to make decisions moving forward. The third area of activity we looked at is the whole question of pruning of aged trees. The minister have raised it many times. In fact, it's a long time she's been saying to myself, Mr. Alexis, I want you to find a way to prune the extra tall breadfruit trees we have in this country. And I'm pleased to announce to you here this morning that at that meeting with the Minister of Agriculture, there's a national program supported by this year's budget to prune every tree that needs pruning in this country, island-wide. And again, your breadfruit, your citrus, anything that needs pruning, your cocoa, will be done through the government. The next area is drainage. A special program for those of you who require drainage on your farms. You will let us know, and we will apply on your behalf through Region 6, Mr. Prosper's office, so that the relevant technical support will be provided to visit your farm to see where it is, what type of drains you require where, and to ensure that those drains are placed free of charge. You won't have to pay for it. It's part of the government ongoing support for the farming community. We are also in close work with the Export St. Lucia, and they called me last week and they said, look, we need an up-to-date list of your farmers to see what they are growing and what it is that they are planting. The whole idea is to put them in our database so that as we move forward and we go out, we have an idea of what it is they have, what they grew, moving into our export situation. And the minister just indicated that Bellevue is down to receive a pack house, a chiller house, to support exports. The Dash-In project that's ongoing will be a recipient of that support. So the Dash-In will be taken here, cleaned, weighed, packaged, put in the chiller house, and a chiller vehicle to be provided by Export St. Lucia will pick it up and take it to the airport and out of St. Lucia. We limit the amount of spoilage. All these are the discussion that we had with this Minister of Cooperative. It's under her ministry, and the other Minister of Agriculture. He's also informed us that he would like to relieve the pressure of Region 6 and apply for fertilizer on our members' behalf directly. So moving forward in the coming years, you will not have to be going to take long lines and accuse the officers of not giving you, but you will be members of Bellevue, and we will apply for you based on what you qualify for. I emphasize what you qualify for, and we will do it in conjunction with you as a member and what extension seeds you have on the ground and the potential that you have moving forward. So all these are areas that we discussed with the minister, and he's given it the thumbs up, and he says, look, that makes the work of extension easier, because extension don't have to be running after everybody, because they're operating in a very tight budget in terms of mileage. So rather than everybody saying, oh, I don't see, you work with your group, if your group, and we in turn work with extension, and we make the work easier and simpler. Marketing board attended that meeting, and they have just been able to raise $1.5 million to clear backlog of farmers they are owing, and they will now be coming to Bellevue every Thursday to pick up stuff from you and pay you within a week. And we're going to do that through the credit unions. So you don't have to wait for your money. It will be faster and quicker. And this support here this morning is part of this exercise, that you will be able to go into the production, work with us, we work with you, close with extension, so marketing board can know what you have, and we move forward from there. And finally, we have also been able to sit with marketing, that is Bellevue, and we have been given a contract to supply the marketing board for the school feeding program. The government has a very important program to provide the school children with food. Things like chow mein and those things will be taken off the diet of these children. They will now be providing them with the dasheen and the bananas and the plantain and the yams and the breadfruit. The staff in the kitchens of a lot of those schools have been trained in terms of preparing tasty dishes with what we grow locally. And the purpose of this exercise is it's funded by FAO and the Ministry of Agriculture, is to make sure that the next generation eat the food that you grow. Because when they eat the food that you grow, we are guaranteed that you can sell the food that you grow. Over the past few months, this region has seen huge investment. Compliments the minister. We first saw 30 farmers receiving COVID relief funds at $1,500 a head. That's about $45,000+. Recently, in the Fosséjac region for dashing production, 50 plus, Minister? 50 dashing. About 50, that's a what? Standard, 75,000? Thereabout. And then today, 13 farmers are receiving another set. So we are talking over $100,000+ that has gone for farm and farm-related activity support. And that is significant, very significant. And I have no doubt that we will see it in the next 2.5, 3 months as you get down to the ground, because the Father has already given us some blessings. So with that background, I now ask the minister to address you.
Everything that I have to say has already been said by Mr. Herman and Mr. Prosper. But just to remind you that the issue of food security is critical to our nation. And you, the farmers here at Myers Bridge, the farmers in Fosséjac, the farmers around St. Lucia, everything rests in your hands. But we are also mindful that COVID dealt a heavy blow to all of us. Businesses, farmers, housewives, we got a heavy blow from COVID. And so our government, in responding to assisting some 500 persons with COVID checks of 1.5, I thought of it as the minister responsible for cooperatives. I'm also responsible for cooperatives. And I thought, well, how could my farmers and my cooperatives benefit from it. So we assigned somebody from my ministry. I said, look, work with Ministry of Equity. And they contacted Mr. Human. Because of that intervention, 4 cooperatives with 84 of their members benefited from the COVID relief program, receiving $1,500 each. Soufriere got 30, approximately 30. So I'm saying so you saw these checks being presented. And then sometime last year, I had a trip. I accompanied one of my, the organizations within my ministry, Export St. Lucia. We did a tour to St. Croix. We went to St. Croix. We went to BVI, St. Thomas. And when we went there, there was a huge market. We found a huge market for Dashin. And based on my knowledge of Foshe-Jacques and his production of Dashin, we came back and we called the farmers together in Foshe-Jacques. We have a farmers group. We had already started working with them to form a group. So we came in with them. We had about maybe 4 meetings or so with the farmers. And then we said we need to assist them. We need to show them that we are ready. And what we did, as a result of that, we started first with farmers who had the plans. We gave a first 12 farmers. Then we followed up with another 38 farmers the last time we gave. So technically, we have assisted 50 Foshe-Jacques farmers with $1,500 to assist them in terms of getting the fields together. But that's not only the support they're going to get. By helping them register with the ministry, and that is through the extension officer, Mr. Prosper, and his team, some farmers were not registered and now registered. They receive, I think, maybe 1 or 2 sets of fertilizer from the Ministry of Agriculture. All of that is the government putting things together to ensure that we give some support to you, the farmers. So we've dealt with Dashin farmers, and then when I said, okay, what is happening to Myers Bridge and this area, we felt it was important to look at our vegetable farmers. And consequently, I worked with Mr. Herman, and he has provided the names of 13 vegetable farmers. So today, I'm very pleased to hand checks of 1.5 to 13 vegetable farmers within the Myers Bridge, Etangs area. And what this is going to do is to help you focus. I like focusing, taking this thing in small chunks. We've dealt with Dashin. We're going to continue working with Dashin farmers. We're dealing with vegetable farmers now within Myers Bridge. And all of that, and Mr. Prosper really said it, it is, as a parliamentary rep, as a minister for cooperative, working with the Ministry of Agriculture so that we can move this thing forward at a pace. You can see today the Lord has blessed us with a little shower, but we have had very dry weather. And this was signaling to us as well the issue of climate change. It's going to be very difficult now in terms of agriculture. We need to ensure we have irrigation in place. And again, the Ministry of Agriculture, through one of the projects, I know there's about 400 water tanks for livestock farmers and another 400 for vegetable farmers. Now, at our last meeting, which was the day before, I think, or so, when Minister of Agriculture, Minister Prosper, was at the Cool Breeze, where we had a graduation ceremony of some 43 farmers got trained just this week. And at that session, he informed us that they've taken a decision at the ministry to increase the number. So the number of water tanks will be 1,000. So I'm really hoping that here, some of you who have challenges with water, you'll have to get this information. I know Mr. Herman had already sent his list up. All we are doing is to assist you all the time to ensure that you have proper production. The minister also informed that the government, through the ministry again, had ordered thousands of bags of lime to assist you in terms of putting more balance in your soil, because some of your soils are really acidic. And again, I believe through the extension officer and through Bellevue Co-op, your soils will be tested, if it has not been tested, to ensure that you have the right balance. All of that we are doing to ensure that your production increases. We are working with the marketing board to improve marketing. And I know that Export St. Lucia is working with Bellevue Co-op to try to improve the chill house here so that now that we have provided some assistance to Bellevue in terms of reopening, that you can also, some of you who are not interested in marketing your products, so you can produce and come here to sell. So all of what we are doing is to ensure that things are a little easier for you, that food production is increased. I think I have covered all what I intend to say. All I want to tell you is, as was said there, the little help you get, please ensure you have the, get assistance to prepare your soils, your land, get your seedlings from Bellevue Co-op, because that's where they make their little monies, and that you come back and sell it. All what you are doing is ensuring, at one point, Soufriere was a bread basket for St. Lucia, and we are working hard to ensure that we continue to produce. There are other things that we'd want to do. When I walk around, when I drive around, I'm a little concerned that I'm seeing a lot of our mature trees are covered in vine. When I'm driving from Soufriere to Castries, when I'm driving around, that's an area of concern to us. So I have spoken to the minister. We are hoping that we have another project where we can really work on that. Another issue that is getting some assistance, there is a farm labor program. So the government is employing some persons to assist you on your farm. And again, I guess through your extension officer and through Bellevue Co-op, you make a request, there's a form to be filled out so that you as a farmer can get the assistance that is required. So that's all the good news I have. The good news I want to hear from you is that you have good production. I'm not sure, but this is the beginning of things to come. Tiras, ça c'est ça où? Pourquoi ça? You are sold. So you bring your parsley out there. Okay, good. All right, good. So we need to feed our people, and all of what we are doing here is to ensure that we can feed the nation of St. Lucia. Very good. Thank you. So with these viewers, I want to thank you for the work that you're doing in feeding the nation of St. Lucia. We will continue, as your PAL rep, I will continue working with the ministry. I will continue working with Bellevue. I'll continue working with other government ministries to ensure that whatever that is due to Region 6 and the Soufriere Fonchéja constituency, that we get that done. Thank you very much.
like very much to thank the district rep, Ms. Emma Hippolyte, as well as the Ministry of Agriculture and any other persons, stakeholders, etc., who put together to bring about what we are receiving today. And I hope that farmers who receive these checks today will put them rather, into proper use, and hopefully try to support Bellevue Cooperative, because this is very important. A farmer alone cannot do well in agriculture, but when we move as a group, we are able to move mountains. Okay, so we need cooperation among all farmers to move the cooperative from the abyss in which it is to where it was before. Okay. Thank you.